I wanted to make a very quick video about what I consider to be the heart of the issue, because there are a lot of issues with the version 12 update, many reasons to be upset, whether it's challenger rating, your favorite champ, which you may have spent significant resources on, either time from grinding, war and arena, and everything else, every single event quest you can do to get 4-star shards, to get one more dice roll, to try to pull that Doctor Strange, or to finally get that Scarlet Witch, or to finally pull a Black Widow. You invested resources, and that champion got nerfed just because they were good. As they basically said, these champions were overpowered, and that's the reason why we're nerfing them. Which also is terrible, because they've created new overpowered characters, which they're just different characters now, and you can buy them now, so that's great. So Wolverine and X-23 are now awesome because every champion necessarily takes damage in every fight. So the regenerators, specifically ones that regenerate continuously and not just once per fight like Superior Iron Man, but champs like Wolverine, champs like X-23 are great. And how random is that? They gave us an offer for 4,000 credits. You can buy a few Wolverine, X-23, or Old Man Logan crystals. So that seems planned. But someone in my alliance asked me, and this, getting back to the core of the issue here, what's to stop them from doing that exact same thing to this new overpowered character? And the answer is nothing. And the problem is that you can't trust that any character you invest in is going to continue to have value in the future, or if they're going to simply change them. And they said they're changing them to make the game better, but I think they're actually changing it because they want you to invest in the new characters. They're making new characters, and they're having trouble making them as good as some of the existing characters already were. So you don't necessarily need that new character. So you don't need to spend credits. You don't need to go through all the work or finances that you have to invest in to get a brand new character. So they really haven't been straight with us about that. And another thing they have not been straight with about at all, and I think is just simply not true, is them saying they want to make the game more skill-based and less based upon which champions you have, which is inconsistent with the reality of the way that the game is right now. In fact, I would argue that the game is less skill-based than ever, because every champion takes damage no matter what. So if I play great or if I play okay, my health at the end of the fight, not that different. Unless I've got Wolverine, then I'm okay. A specific champion. So they weren't straight about the intentions of the new patch, about it being more skill-based. They were not straight with us about the champion changes. They gave us a huge list of all the changes that were going to be made. Absolutely not all the changes that were going to be made. Doctor Strange was nerfed far worse than they said he was going to be nerfed. Captain America, nerfed. Storm specials, nerfed. They said that they had been through countless hours of testing. Maybe they couldn't count as many hours, like it wasn't enough to count to. Because Labyrinth of Legends, I don't know if anybody ever played Old Man Logan, but his 3,000 regeneration per second, not beatable. I don't think that was tested very well. And beyond Old Man Logan, everyone in the Labyrinth of Legends, every parry is catastrophic. Now maybe they'll come out with a champion who you actually can beat it with, but wouldn't that be less skill-based and more champ-based? So isn't that the entire purpose of this version 12 update, was to get away from that? So basically, in conclusion here, with the fact that they can nerf any champion who I put any resource into of my time, of my finances, I have no confidence at this point that they will not just simply change that champ. And if that's true, why invest? And if no one's investing, how does the game financially continue? How do the bills get paid at Kabam Incorporated? I'm not interested in grinding away for another Iron Patriot dupe, or another, I would have maybe grinded for a champion like Gambit just because I like Gambit, but Gambit's a great example of a champion that ended up being terrible anyways. Maybe Iceman is cool enough for me to grind for, but most champions I'm not going to grind away for. I'm not going to spend money on just to have them, which means they actually have to be really good, because here's a secret, OP characters are super fun to play. And they're also worth grinding away for and spending money on. And what's not fun is grinding away and spending money and having that changed. Which brings us back to the point of this whole video, which is that any champ you invest in could be changed arbitrarily. Not arbitrarily, actually. Directed. Any champion that turns out to be awesome, which is probably the champion that you invested in, is going to be targeted. And do we have any faith that that's not going to happen? Kabam has officially established a track record for that as of a few days ago. If not before that, I have not been playing the game forever. I know there have been many changes that have reduced the value of characters. And until that trust is restored, is there going to be significant investment by the player base? And if not, does the game have a future? And can Kabam recover that trust? Not just the characters. If they rolled back the entire update, maybe the community feels that it has a voice, that they can have confidence that this will not happen again. But tweaking a few champions or maybe messing with the block proficiency a little bit, I don't know if that's going to be enough to restore trust. And unfortunately, investment requires trust, and I think we're all learning that. Anyway, I hope you got something out of the video, and feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks. Have a great day.